EA Sports, and our focus is on the Lions' rocket arm quarterback.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taking it about the 1. Williams to return. And able to get this out to the 25. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there. Didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. From the gun on third down, Jennings. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. And some space here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They go play action here on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 24 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Mayfield. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people can't expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they were able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. Oh, nice move. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Mayfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Powers through it. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And they have secured that spot in the playoffs, clinching the NFC North Division, in fact. So for the moment, they would be hosting a wild card game in round 1.
And I think it is cause for celebration. Let's not get hung up on the fact that only one team now gets a bye in the first round. Win your division, get to the playoffs, celebrate that. And by the way, they are guaranteed a home game. That's a good way to start the playoffs.
To throw on 2nd down, Jennings. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. The Lions
Lions at 10-4 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings. And it's complete to Mitchell. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll try and run here with Swift. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And his kick is absolutely perfect, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here that add to their 1st quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the 1st round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. Complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. They juked him. And room there to work it inside the 25. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run again with Hunt. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Mayfield now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Panther football to start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Hunt will try going up the middle. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10.
Right where this setting down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro from 28 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's McFarland.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. On the return is Williams. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. from the gun on third down. Jennings.
He's got this, complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down. Jennings.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jameson Williams, who's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw. Jennings.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Gets past one man, and he's brought down.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to throw. Jennings.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jennings. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a toss running left, Hunt. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Gets around him.
And they're going to stop play here. And the injury is to, that's DJ Chark, the receiver, who's in need of some help right now.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield to throw it.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. He had the touchdown pass on that previous drive. Number 25 for him on the year. And he'll look to keep it rolling. 1st down.
They'll roll him out right.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
On 2nd down, Swift takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd and 2. Jennings. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On first down, Jennings. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jennings. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that will continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Mayfield looks to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First down, Mayfield. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Dalvin Cook, a touchdown run in the victory. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Lions, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. But the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to look deep for more. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st and 10, Jennings. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. A handoff, Swift running to the left. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jennings. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he sheds himself free. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. His throw incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
That pass complete to Moore.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They run right side with Hunt. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jennings escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard.
Back to throw. Jennings. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18.
Available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Well, you saw they have to give him credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Jennings. Over the middle, complete. That's Garner. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on 1st down. Jennings. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35.
Back to throw again.
He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Jennings lost the football, and the Panthers have recovered.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
All right, 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Able to complete this to Chenault. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. A give right side now to Hunt. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Mayfield.
Over the middle, he's got Chenault.
They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely played with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. He made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Detroit getting set to go now. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Swift going to try up the middle. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards over the pickup.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 33. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Jennings. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On the handoff, this is Swift. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score
Getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jennings.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Off play action. Jennings.
That's into the hands of Tolbert. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On 1st down, McFarland.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jennings. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
So here are Mayfield and the Panthers.
Down by 11, a minute 55 remaining. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10.
Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Baker.
And his throw here's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mayfield to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now Mayfield.
And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. This will be caught downfield by Moore.
Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Once again, it's Swift.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jennings.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for Detroit, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.